I just finished my first attempt at the Perendev magnet motor, and I'm pretty impressed. I'm pretty pleased with the results, especially due to the fact that it's such a crappy job of putting one together. Made it out of plywood, nuts and bolts. I've got magnets that I've used. Boom, yeah. This right here, teeny tiny, quarter inch diameter, half-inch length, neodymium magnets. There's about 7 to 8 pounds of pressure on these little suckers. So I just loaded up the wheels. Every 10 degrees, 36 magnets in each wheel, 36 magnets in each stator. And slap 3 of them together, offset them. I don't know what degrees I offset them. I just staggered them so that they were staggered evenly. And it kind of works. It doesn't work by itself. Obviously, it's sitting here lined up and it's not spinning, but it helps. It'll assist. It doesn't take hardly anything. Once it's moving like this, it doesn't take hardly any pressure to keep it spinning. Now, well, what good is this? Obviously, I don't know. It's not gonna create energy and power by itself if it won't spin by itself. But I don't need it to spin by itself. I just need it to assist, let's say, a smaller motor that can then, therefore, turn a larger generator head. So we're making it over a Unity device and not necessarily a totally free energy device, but yet it's still free energy because it's over Unity and you're making more than you're making more energy than you're using. So I'm going to show you what I've done. Is I've attached a teeny tiny little fan motor that I had right there. I think that thing pulls like 65 watts. Okay, it's a little fan motor. Took it off the fan, slapped it on the end of my axle, and I'm going to show you what kind of results I can get out of this thing with just that. Let me set this back down. There we go. We good. Can you see that? Zoom in a little bit. Alright, hang tight. Plug it in. Got to get it going by hand because obviously there's not enough torque in that tiny fan to get this thing going by itself. So, get it spinning a little bit. Flip it on. Give it another little helper outer. All right, I want you see that thing's moving pretty good. I'm going to be quiet for a second and listen. You can hear it speeding up. So you can see a little bit of the wobble in the wheels. Like I said, we're not talking about precision equipment here, folks. We're talking about plywood, a couple of nuts and bolts. I'll show you what I did it all right here with this little pile of tools. Table saw, okay, drill, sander, sawzall, jigsaw, drill bits. Alright. Now, my rotors and my stators, they don't line up perfectly. My reveal, the gap between the two, is huge. Let's not go in focus here. I mean, I've got a half inch there, you know?
Like, that could be so much closer if it was more, you know, if it was more precise. But I've got to leave room to compensate for that, you know, for the wobble in the rotors. But so many more things that I learned along the way that I'm going to change on the next one. That's going to allow me to get this much more precise and accurate, and get more efficiency out of it. But you can see that little tiny fan motor has this setup moving. Now, I was trying to count the best I could. Probably getting about 6 to 7 rotations every second, which means 360, 420 RPM, something around there, with just that teeny tiny motor on there. Okay. So what I've done is I've ordered a 3/4 horsepower electric motor. It draws 900 watts. It spins at 3600 RPM, which is the RPM needed to get maximum wattage out of your generator head. I've got my generator head right there, 5500 watt generator head. And I'm gonna hook those two up and draw 900, produce 5500, and pump the other 4600 watts back into my house, and hopefully drastically decrease or totally eliminate my electric bill. And once I get it working, I'm going to try to start building these and selling these until the man comes and shuts me down. So you've seen it. You see what it can do. I've told you what I'm going to do, and I'll make some more videos and update you as when I get the new motor and stuff like that in. And if I disappear, you know what happened. See you later.